The 2018 Mercedes-Benz UCI Downhill World Cup saw a changing of the guard. Champions came crashing down.
Silo! Gwyn goes down, that's horrible! Horrible looking crash. Atherton, oh, she goes down!
While new stars rose to the top.
Tight line from Piron, riding the best he ever has. What a day for Tani Seagrave. Finally, she wins Fort William. Oh, look at that! Berger smashes it!
The battle for the World Cup began with a brand new venue in Losinj, Croatia. Picking up from where we left off last season, Aaron Gwyn was the man to beat.
Probably the strongest I've ever felt coming into a season. We had a new bike I felt really comfortable on.
Here he comes then, the Gwynner up to the line. Will it be enough? He goes fastest!
With a win at the opening round, Gwyn had the chance to equal Greg Minnaar's record of 21 race wins as the injured South African watched on from the sidelines.
Clipped the rock with my pedal, went over the handlebars, just put my arms out in front, and that was my season done.
But with Gwyn crashing out of Fort William and injuring his thumb badly, Minnaar's record was safe for now. But 1 week later, he had another opportunity in Leogang.
I probably shouldn't have raced there. That was probably the most painful run of my life.
A painful race for Gwyn, but he still managed to take second place. However, the injury only got worse, with Gwyn forced to skip the rest of the season after Val di Sole. Other riders sensed opportunity and the French Revolution began. It was Amaury Pierron who took his chances.
2 seconds up, so Piron showing us what we've known he's capable of. Amaury Pierron wins the biggest World Cup of the year.
It's awesome. I don't understand what is happening.
A win at one of the most challenging stops gave the rising star added confidence in Leogang.
Piron, one of the new wave of riders as well, just 22 years old. 500's back now. So the momentum is with Piron as he comes into the lower section of this course. So the Frenchman comes down towards the line. Is he going to make it back-to-back World Cup wins? Half a second into the green. Piron with back-to-back World Cup wins.
2 victories in a row, Pierron was on a winning streak.
Going to be super close then. Oh, the momentum with his man in 2018. Piron sprints to the line. Look at the time! Piron takes it by half a second in emphatic style. No one has an answer for this man in 2018.
Pierron had cemented his status as the man to beat. But in Val-Nord, it was another Frenchman who rose to the top.
Here is Loris Vergier. Absolutely hauling here. Vergier takes the lead. Vive la France. Vergier finally puts it onto the top step.
The French continued their domination in Mont-Sainte-Anne. This time, a third rider in the mix as Bruni made a comeback after dislocating his elbow earlier in the season.
Holy Toledo, how fast was he down there? Nearly a second up. Bruni means business here in Mont-Sainte-Anne. Look at the time. Bruni goes into first place. France are on the rampage again.
From not good to winning, it was a big transition for this season, so I was super happy.
Fellow countryman Pierron had even bigger cause for celebration. He had just secured the overall title, the first Frenchman in nearly 20 years. History was made again at the final stop in La Bresse, but not in the way the French had hoped for.
Ah, he goes down! But this day belongs to Martin Mays. Back-to-back wins from Enduro World Series to downhill, never been done before.
An emotional end to cap off a thrilling downhill season. And the women's season was just as exciting, starting with the first race in Croatia. Rachel Atherton made her return from injury and was hungry to reclaim the overall title from French rider Miriam Nicole. But Tani Seagrave was determined to stamp her mark.
Seagrave looks on nervously. So Nicole comes down to the line, it looks like it's been a scorcher. She smashes the time of Tani Seagrave.
The defending champ had taken the first win of the season, with Atherton finishing second. Seagrave would save her best form for the next stop on home soil in Fort William.
Can she win Fort William for the first time? It would certainly be the biggest win of her life. Seagrave comes down. The crowd respond. They know this is going to be the best time of the day. Seagrave goes fastest, over 10 seconds the lead.
The World Cup leader was going for back-to-back wins.
Miriam Nicole then on track. Now she crashes.
A disappointing run for the defending champion. Now it was a battle of the Brits.
Rachel Atherton is in the start. Here she is, the 5 times World Cup champion. Oh, she snapped her chain out of the gate. Where a year ago, she dislocated that shoulder. Oh, she goes down. And Tani Seagrave is going to win her first World Cup here in Fort William.
It was kind of a, it was a bittersweet win. It felt like I'd won at home, but it it wasn't enough for me.
A bittersweet win on home soil for Seagrave. She had another opportunity in Leogang.
Working hard on these jumps. There is a tailwind today which is helping these riders. In fact, they're over jumping these jumps and landing flat, almost going too fast. And Seagrave gets in trouble and goes off the track there.
Finally, the Queen was back on top again, winning her 35th career World Cup.
Over a year since I've won last, and I just thought I'd forgotten how to do it.
Seagrave had been disqualified for leaving the track, which cost her valuable points for the overall title.
Everyone was like, oh, that's such a bummer for the points, because, everything was all tight, but to me, it doesn't matter.
The competition was closer than ever, with 3 different winners in the first 3 stops. But one rider's season's hopes were dashed in Val di Sole, with Miriam Nicole crashing out in training. After disappointment in Leogang, Seagrave was ready to strike back.
Tani Seagrave put that disappointment of a disqualification in Leogang behind.
Yes, she can.
Here comes Tani Seagrave. She goes fastest, snatching away the lead from Atherton in the very last sector.
Tani to beat me by 0.1 second was really, really frustrating, and really it kills you really.
It's the first time that I've come down from a run and Rachel's been waiting there, and I've beaten Rachel while she's been waiting for my run. It's always been the other way around.
The British battle continued on the steepest track of the tour in Val Nord, Andorra.
Rachel Atherton will be fuel. She gets kicked and she goes off the track just like that. And Tani Seagrave will win.
Seagrave celebrated back-to-back wins, and with just 2 races remaining, the World Cup fight was heating up.
Can Tani Seagrave turn it around? The younger of the 2 British riders comes across the line. She takes second, and Rachel Atherton takes her 5th win here in Mont-Saint-Anne, Canada, and another step towards her 6th overall World Cup title.
It all came down to the final race of the season to crown the downhill queen.
I want the win here as much as the overall title, so we're just going to go full blast and try our hardest.
If Rachel crosses the line first or second, she will be crowned the World Cup winner. There won't be anything Tani Seagrave can do about it. And she's gonna do it! Rachel Atherton is your 2018 UCI Downhill World Cup winner.
Atherton proving once again why she is one of the greatest riders of all time, with an incredible 6th overall world title. A new season will reshuffle the cards between a new generation and the established guard. Let the battle begin.